And I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Before we move on to the next part of the session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class, may I know who all joined this morning?
Hare Krishna, Shweta Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Akka.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Daksha from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Arvindaksha Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining every day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Amini Tangarvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shamaguri Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shamagauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining, and all glories to your wonderful services to the group, Mataji. Thank you so much. We are all very grateful to you. Hare Krishna.
All glories to all of you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, Amrita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Anita Ramya from Sharjah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Ramya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining, and all glories to your wonderful services to the group. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण मेरी गंधर्विका माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीतिदासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Priti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call.
हरे
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji. This is Sundarangi Radha Devidasi from India.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your association every day, and all glories to your services to the group. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. Okay. We'll start the recording then. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Sukumar Gaur Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 8th chapter, 24th and 25th verses. Before we hand over the call to Prabhu, I request Anita Ramya Mataji to take over from here and give a brief introduction of Sukumar Gaur Prabhu. Over to you, Anita Ramya Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Amrita Gandharvika Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving me this opportunity to read about Prabhuji's introduction. And Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call for the session of Srimad Bhagavatam. So today's speaker will be His Grace Sukumar Gaur Prabhuji. So here's the introduction for Prabhuji. His Grace Sukumar Gaur Prabhuji was born in Maharashtra, India in 1980. And Prabhuji was brought up in a social background where spirituality was often questioned. Later, he developed a natural taste for inquiry into the mysteries of God's creation. Passed college, and Prabhuji passed his College of Engineering, Pune, in Mechanical Engineering in 2003. And Prabhuji came in touch with the devotees of ISKCON in 2003. He found all his questions answered in the books of Srila Prabhupada. As a student of MBA Finance, he studied Srila Prabhupada books and became a sincere practitioner. And Prabhuji joined the National Commodities and Derivatives Exchange, Mumbai, as assistant manager and worked for 3 years. And later he took a 2-year brahmachari training course in Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Temple, Mumbai, and was initiated into the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya by His Holiness Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj. in 2010. He was in the youth preaching department and was in the seva of guiding the youth. He was always wanted to share his joy of Krishna conscious with the youth. So he gave up his job and decided to help the misguided youth by helping them understand the message of Bhagavad Gita. Prabhuji joined ISKCON Chaupati as a resident in 2009. Later, he was posted to ISKCON Nasik temple. Prabhuji is serving as a youth counselor in various colleges of Nashik. Prabhuji conducts seminars on personality development topics in educational and corporate sectors. So these are the brief introduction about Prabhuji and various services of Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving me the opportunity. And we are very fortunate to have his association. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Anita Mataji, for that brief introduction. Hare Krishna, Sukumar Gaur Prabhu, are you available, Prabhu?
Yes.
Yes. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. I now hand over the call to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shante Bhaktivedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Navadi Paschatya Deshatare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna. So this morning we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Okay, Prabhuji got dropped off, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Mataji. We could not hear Prabhuji. Loud.
Prabhuji got dropped off, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Balavrinda.
Yeah, she's chanting Mataji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare. Yeah, Prabhuji joined. He's supposed to connect to the audio. Yeah, Prabhuji's here.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, there is a network issue here. It's raining.
Yeah, over to you, Prabhuji.
So is it okay if I close the video in case?
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Thank you.
Mataji will be sharing the screen for us. Yeah.
So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, chapter number 8 and text 24 and 25. Tasya sandesh ushati navakanjamalam madhyam madhuvratavartha girikopagushtam tasto nidaya nikate taduruswadhama swavridahasa vikshan nayanena yata. Translation and forward by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Approaching the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Goddess of Fortune placed upon his shoulders the garland of newly grown lotus flowers, which was surrounded by humming bumblebees searching for honey. Then, expecting to get a place at the bosom of the Lord, she remained standing by his side, her face smiling in shyness. Tasya Shriya Trijagato Janako Jananyam Vaksho Nivasamakaro Pranamam Vibhute Shri Swapraja Sakurunena Nirikshanena Yatra Stite Dayatasa Dipatins Trilokan. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is Father of three worlds, and his bosom is the residence of Mother Lakshmi, the Goddess of Fortune, the proprietor of all opulences. The Goddess of Fortune, by her favorable and merciful glance, can increase the opulence of the three worlds, along with the inhabitants and their directors, the demigods. Forward. According to the desire of Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, the supreme personality of Godhead made his bosom her residence so that by her glance, she could favor everyone, including the demigods and ordinary human beings. In other words, since the goddess of fortune stays at the bosom of Narayan, she naturally sees any devotee who worships Narayan. When the goddess of fortune understands that the devotee is in favor of devotional service to Narayan, she is naturally inclined to bless the devotee with all opulence. The karmis try to receive the favor and mercy of Lord of Lakshmi. But because they are non-devotees of Narayan, their opulence is flickering. The opulence of devotees who are attached to service of Narayan is not like the opulence of karmis. The opulence of devotee is as permanent as the opulence of Lord Narayan himself. Hare Krishna. So we welcome all devotees for this morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. So grateful to all of you for allowing me to make a presentation on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 8, Text 24-25. So this is a very beautiful chapter entitled The Churning of Milk Ocean. And at the start of this chapter, we see so many things are emanating after the churning is happening. So the list is given, and then we see from this section now from 9 to 29 is the section where Lakshmi Devi appears, and there is marriage of Lord Narayan and Lakshmi Devi. So the entire episode is given here as to how Lakshmi Devi selects the Lord as her husband. And in the 19th shloka, it is given that how she is scrutinizingly examining each and every person, his good side and his bad side, what he lacks and what he has. Both things are to be taken into consideration. So this is a very beautiful point which Prabhupada also mentions and brings out, that when we want to enter in a relationship with a person, we have to be very careful about his good side and his bad side, because both sides are to be dealt lifelong. Every person is a combination of good and bad. So here Lakshmi Devi is seeing that some people are good in austerity, some are good in sense control, but some lack this. Some are good looking and powerful position, but have not controlled their lust. So she's taking into consideration the qualities of the person she's seeing everybody, to the extent that she can find a fault even in Lord Narayan, who is faultless. But she says that this person also carries a fault, that he is not inclined to me, or he is not mm, attracted to me or attached to me. And that's what she says is the negative part of Lord Narayan. So the point here we are making is that every person has something good and has something bad, and both things have to be dealt, especially when it comes to finalizing or formalizing a relation which will be going for a lifetime. And this applies even to husband wife relation, in friendship, in business partnership, even when there are kids who take birth in a certain family. That person who has entered your family is a person who is combination of good and bad. So till the 22nd shloka, she is constantly scrutinizing so that she can have a person whom can be with her for whole lifetime and can make her happy, and she can keep him happy. So here Lakshmi Devi is doing that scrutiny, and in the 23rd and 24th shloka, she finalizes on Lord Vishnu, and in the 25th shloka, of which we'll be discussing today, she accepts Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu will accept her as his wedded wife. So, this point of choosing a person, especially here, the relationship of a husband and wife is spoken about in great detail. And there is a methodology that by which there is the choosing of a person in life. Just like here we see Lakshmi Devi moving with a garland in her hand, and ultimately she'll offer it to a person whom she likes or whom she thinks is a good person and who can keep her happy. Now, this event, we see that both Lakshmi ji and Lord Narayan both are seeing each other for the first time. So, how is it that it is decided that how to choose a person with whom we should be connected for the whole life? So, certainly two parameters are shown here. First thing is the purity factor, which helps you come to a right conclusion, and there is an external thing which we see and through which we also can understand. But the main thing that a person has to take into consideration is the qualities of that specific person. So choosing a life partner is exclusively based on the qualities. And here, amongst all so many innumerable qualities, look or external feature is just one part. But unfortunately, when there is no purity in mind and senses, external appearance becomes a greater aspect than anything else. And this is the trap where most of the people in the past past years also, or in the past times also, and currently also, the same mistake has been done by the younger generation. So both need that purity to analyze the person, just like we see in Dushyant and Shakuntala pastime in Mahabharata. Dushyant Maharaj told Shakuntala that the only guarantee that I can tell you that my choice is right is because you are appearing on the platform of my mind, and my mind is getting attracted to you. That means you are the right person for me. So he says, I am so confident about the purity of my mind that if my mind is getting attracted to you, means you are the right person for me. Otherwise, my mind would never get attracted to any other person. So that is the power of purity of mind and senses by which this decision can be taken. Because the most important factor here is that both the boy and girl haven't seen each other before, haven't met each other, and they are making a decision for a lifetime to stay together. And this is where the subtle science comes into picture of analyzing the personality. Just like most of the people in modern era don't believe in this solar and lunar eclipse. They say it's just a phenomena that happens. No, it's not just a phenomena. It's a event that is taking place. In the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there is a sutra which says Sthiram Sukham Sthiram Asanam. So this Sukham Sthiram Asanam, Asan is your positioning. If your position is not right, you can never have sthirta and sukha, happiness in your life. For example, yesterday in India we had lunar eclipse. So lunar eclipse is what the position of sun and moon is not very comfortable, and hence both and along with them the other demigods are not able to experience happiness and stability in their life, and hence the entire event of this Surya or Chandra Grahan or the solar or lunar eclipse is about the stability that the demigods lose because one element has gone wrong, the Rahu and Ketu element that comes into picture. So, if any person wants to be happy and steady, then their positioning has to be corrected. And this positioning needs to be corrected. And there are various ways, just like we are seeing here. Now, entering a new phase of life, you will be entering a new positioning. And for that, in that position, for you to be happy and steady, you will have to understand the person, the personality, the types, the likes, the dislikes, because if you don't understand this, then it can create havoc in the future times. So yes, there are certain parts of the personality which are left for the person to discover over a period of time. So yes, the positioning needs to be changed because there are certain parameters which are not discovered yet, and they are to be discovered over a period of time. And this discovery is what makes the journey in the initial phase, which gives a flavor to this journey with that new person. And once that person, you start understanding his personality, his nature, his likes, his dislikes, because the initial newness part will be only be there for a certain point of time. But once that newness is over, and when you have understood the person, then things start where you start adjusting with the nature, and a major time goes in understanding and adjusting. And by the time you understand the person, you get comfortable with the person, now it's time for you to leave home, and that's what the vanaprastha ashram is. So this is how the journey of life is designed, where the positioning will change time and again. And accordingly, you will have to find sthirata, stability, and sukham, happiness, by changing your own positioning. That is how the system is designed. So here, Lakshmi ji, for a stable and a steady life, she is, because in that current position, she has to make decisions for the entire life. So she has to find a person who will match her. And that is where she is analyzing the qualities of all those who are present before her. Just like if you see even in the 10th canto, Rukmini and Krishna, what did they see in each other? The entire set of qualities is described by Rukmini Devi, what she is seeing in Krishna, and Krishna tells what he is seeing in Rukmini. And beauty is just one part of that entire gamut of qualities. So just seeing external appearance and then deciding that yes, this is the right person or she is the right person is can cause great havoc over a period of time, because a person means he is set of good and bad. Because it's every time in life it's not possible that you keep compromising, because compromising life damages to a great extent, and the person will have trust issue, and he'll not be able to, and over a period of time he'll not be able to trust anybody. When you are not able to trust anybody, means you have lost trust over your own self as well. So Mother Lakshmi is analyzing everyone whom she's coming across. And then in the 24th shloka we see she takes the garland Kanjamala, and that mala has been described in great detail in the 24th shloka. Madhyat madhuvrata purutha, maddened bumblebees are humming around the garland because it is loaded with madhu, honey, and that is why they are again and again coming back to that garland. Nidhaya. Now, this entire event is now described here. Nidhaya means she has placed the garland, Tat Uru, on the chest of the Lord. Swadhama, and she thinks that this is the real place for me. Swavrida Hasa, and she's smiling with shyness. Vikasat Nayanina, and eyes are glittering. Why? Because hope and expectation. Now, what is the hope and expectation? Now, the first point is why she has to wait. She has already put garland around the neck of Lord Vishnu. Then why has to she wait? Because she is still expecting that the Lord will accept me, because the Lord hasn't accepted her, and that is why she has to wait. Vikasat nayanena, she is still waiting with the hope and expectation that the Lord will now accept me as his own. She has already, and by the way, she has already placed that garland. She has chosen the Lord, but the Lord is yet to decide on her. The Lord has not given his sanction. He will give the sanction in the 25th shloka, and that too for a purpose. All those who think that the Lord only loves her because she is so dear to him, no. This will be cleared in the 25th shloka, where the Lord agenda for accepting Lakshmi, he is Atma Ram. He in one way doesn't need Lakshmi to be happy and satisfied. So what is the purpose of choosing Lakshmi? That will come in the 25th shloka. So Lord, Lakshmi has chosen the Lord, but Lord hasn't given his sanction to Lakshmi Devi. So this is the first point that we have to understand. Same way, we can choose the Lord, but we have to wait for the Lord to accept us. Just like Lakshmi is waiting with the hope, similarly, when we come to Krishna consciousness, we have to wait for the Lord to accept us. And for that to happen, there are certain parameters. So, till the Lord completely accepts us, the Jiva has to be hopeful like Mother Lakshmi. And how? With eyes glistening, because Satnayanina means what? That eyes were so much glistening because they were feeling, they were so hopeful that yes, the Lord will accept me at some given point of time. So that hope has to be seen in the physical appearance, in your eyes, in your body, in your action, in your words, and that is what the Lord expects. And this is what is been taught to us by Mother Lakshmi. She is waiting with great hope, but that hope and is been seen through her bodily, through her body language. So we will have to wait till the Lord accepts us. So how to do that? So we all know this shloka, very famous shloka. There are 6 limbs of surrender. And the first among the 6 limbs of surrender is Anukulyasya Sankalpa Pratikulyasya Varjanam. And this is what exactly Mother Lakshmi has done. What is favorable, she has accepted. What is unfavorable, she has rejected. What was unfavorable that she rejected? The demigods, who are nothing but personification of dharma, artha, and kama, material desires. They personally have material desires, and for that they go to Lord Vishnu time and again. And what they can give is dharma, artha, and kama. That's it. They have nothing more. And moksha, only Lord Shiva can give. So even dharma, artha, kama, moksha, demigods, and Lord Shivji, everything was rejected. Why? To accept only and only Lord Vishnu. Pratikulyasya varjan. Varjan means giving up, rejection of what that is not favorable. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha is not favorable for bhakti. So she is onset rejecting everything. But okay, that's the preliminary part. But does she has the confidence? Rakshati iti vishwaso. Is she confident that the Lord will protect her? Yes. That is why she is waiting. That is why she is standing. Gotruppe Varnam. Will the Lord protect me and maintain me? Yes, the Lord will protect and maintain me. That is why she is waiting. Atmanikshepa, self-surrender in service to the Lord. Yes, she has whole soul. Whatever the service Lord will be giving henceforth, she is ready to do that service. And Karpanya. Karpanya is utter helplessness through which we tell the Lord that I need you. You may not need me, but I am dependent on you and I need you time and again. And the entire Srimad Bhagavat is filled with those examples where great devotees have shown that we were helpless, we are helpless, and we will be helpless. So many examples in Bhagavatam. Draupadi is there, Gajendra is there, Arjun, Yudhishthir, Bali Maharaj, the Devaraj, Indra and Vritrasur pastime, Brahmaji you see, third canto you see. I mean, demons are running behind him, he's going to Vishnu. And 10th canto is bewildered, he's going to Vishnu. At the time of creation, in the third canto, he's going to Vishnu. He can't do anything, so helpless. Like a child is crying, he falls in water, Lord picks him up from the water of devastation. So, however great we are, this point of karpanya, humility is very important to attract the attention of the Lord very quickly. Without this karpanya, without feeling of humility means what? I need you, Lord. This is also called as humility. Just bowing down in awe and respect is not humility. It is one part. But the main thing of humility or karpanya is, my Lord, I need you. And without you, I cannot survive. I am so fallen. For me to uplift, you are needed. So, till now, we saw that Lakshmi has shown her selection criteria. She has made up her mindset so that she can be selected. And after doing this, she is also displaying the patience by which she is ready to wait for the time till the Lord accepts. Now, just like here, we spoke about relationship. So, in relationship, selection criteria, mindset, and patience both are all three things are required. Now, Mother Lakshmi here in the 24th shloka, she's exclusively looking at a place, the chest of Lord Vishnu. Why? Because she's excited, happy, smiling, shy, because she is now thinking that this is the place which I want to be forever. And the Lord understands her mind. And in the 25th shloka, the Lord accepts her desire to be at the bosom or the chest of the Lord. So the 25th shloka will speak about the position of Lakshmi and Narayan. Okay. Now, why the Lord accepted Lakshmi on his chest, that is given in the 25th shloka. Now, it is saying three jagat of the three worlds. Janaka Jananya. Both Lakshmi and Narayan are the father and mother of the creation. So, Mother Lakshmi is given eternal residence. Vaksha Nivasam Akarot Param. She is given residence on the chest of the Lord. Why? Because by being on the chest of the Lord, she can continuously keep looking at the jivas who are ready to serve the Supreme Lord favorably. Means what? The only purpose of keeping Lakshmi very close to his chest is not because he likes her. Yes, he likes her, that's one part. But the another part is so that she can favor the jivas who are the children of the Supreme Lord. This is the one of the most important point that we ever tend to miss out. We think that Lord keeps Lakshmi only because he loves her. No, it's not like that. It's the main reason for keeping her close to her heart is that um, she keeps looking towards the jiva and favor the jiva in various ways. So now third point we'll discuss here is how she favors the jiva, because that's the role that she has been given by the Supreme Lord. Now here one word that is used is Paramam Vibhute. She is the proprietor. She is made the proprietor. She is not the proprietor. She is Paramam Vibhute. She is given the proprietorship to all opulence by the Supreme Lord. Swapraja, descendants, and that includes anybody and everybody in all species of life. Nirikshanena Swakarunena. By glancing upon them with karuna, with compassion, she can change the life of the jiva. And there are so many examples we can see. Just like in Ramayana, there is an example of Jayant, who is the son of Indra and who comes and bites the chest of Mother Sita. And Lord Ram gets angry and he shoots a Brahmastra and he runs the entire world and he comes back because nobody is ready to accept. They tell, go to her and beg forgiveness. Comes and he begs forgiveness. There is a point of time when this crow falls at the feet of Mother Sita, and Mother Sita, even after being bit on the chest by the crow, she's she's placing her hand on the head of the crow. And when the hand of Mother Sita has been placed on the head of the crow, he feels as if my own mother Sachi is putting her hand and trying to care for me. So yes, Bhiksha Nivasamakarot Param Sakarunena. She is so merciful. Her glance is absolutely merciful and caring. There is one more event in Ramayana where Mother Sita, uh, Ram, Lakshman, and Sita are now sent in the forest. So they have to cross the Ganga river. And before they start their journey, Mother Sita prays to Mother Ganga that please bless us that we return safely after 14 years of exile. And my husband and my husband brother, they both stay safe during our stay in the forest. And that is where Mother Ganga comes up and she says, just by your glance, you're so powerful that just by your glance, a person can get anything that it desires, anything in this three world, and that too permanently, not like it comes and goes. This is Mother Ganga telling to Sita, who is none other than Lakshmi, Sakshat Lakshmi. Aedha yata vibhuta trilokam. She can increase vibhute trilokan, the opulence of the three world, just by her glance. Nirikshanena sakarunena. Just by glancing at somebody favorably. That is why our acharyas tell us that every time, please keep coming and taking darshan of the Lord. Because when we take darshan of the Lord, Mother Lakshmi is there on the chest of the Lord. In our temple, she is also on the chest and also standing next in the form of Radharani. or somewhere Rukmini Devi, she will glance at us, and just by her glance, our life can change. She can give us opulence that is beyond our imagination. So the Lord has kept her on his chest, not because he loves her. Yes, he loves her. That's one part, but the other and the most important part is for us. She is favored so much only for us, not for his own self. And whom is she favoring? Sa Adipatan, all the living entities in the three worlds, Devas, Brahmadev, and all other living entities, humans also, animals also. Okay, so this is the third point. Now, fourth point. Now, when the Lord has decided to accept Mother Lakshmi as his consort, he places her on her chest, on his chest, and allowing that place to be her residence. So that she can favor all the humans, all the demigods, and whoever comes to her or whoever comes before her. Now, the fourth point is, just like we saw the significance of Mother Lakshmi on the chest, there is one more point that I feel I could relate here is that she, when she sees a person who is coming to serve the Lord favorably, she also becomes favorably disposed. So acceptance of the Lord doesn't depend on the Lord, but the Lord has given the entire authority to us. It is based on our disposition. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tataiva bhajami aham. The dhatu that is used is bhaja. Bhaja means seva, physical action. When a jiva comes to serve the Lord through his physical action, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing, bhaja also means that there is equal reciprocation. When we come to serve the Lord is equally enthusiastic to serve us. So bhaja in the bhakti marga means both the parties reciprocate equally. But that happens because between the Lord and the jiva, there is one person. Okay, the Lord is here, on the chest is Lakshmi, and on the other side is the jiva. So that Lakshmi factor has to be there. That Radharani factor has to be there, without which it is not possible to approach the Lord. So here the role of Lakshmi Devi is twofold. On the one side, she is connected to the Lord as his wife, and to the jiva, she is connected with us as a mother. So as a wife and mother, there is always a tussle trying to connect the jiva to the Supreme Lord, because one party has said that that sarva dharman parityajya, give up everything and come to me. And the other party is saying that no, I want this, then only I can come, otherwise I cannot come. So entire adjustment has been done by Lakshmi so that both the parties come together and happily stay. Sukham stiram asanam, that asan, that positioning of the jiva has to be corrected by Mother Lakshmi. That is the place where we always say, Jiver Swarupai Nitya Krishnadas. So she is trying to bring the jiva to what position? Nitya Krishnadas, Nitya Krishna. And when this position will come, Sukham stiram asanam, then automatically Sukha and Sthirya will enter the life of the sadhaka. But that role is been done by Mother Lakshmi. She is acting as a mediator between the jiva and the Lord. But unfortunately, the jiva is in an impure state, and this is where he starts exploiting Mother. And we have so many examples here. Ravan is the classic example. Just now, we took the example of Jayant, who is trying to exploit Mother Sita. But even after that, she is ready to favor if anybody is ready to serve the Lord. She is ready to forgive unlimited mistakes if any jiva is ready to come back and serve the Lord. And she can bless the jiva with spiritual opulence. Most of the devotees, they think that Mother Lakshmi doesn't bless devotees with material opulence. No, it's not the way. It is exclusively based on the disposition. Of course, there is the karma factor which has to be taken into consideration. And till the time the person has the right mindset, he will not be able to use the wealth properly. And it can create more damage to him. And that is why materially favor is only and only given when the person is stable enough to handle that wealth. Otherwise, he will self-damage himself. Okay. Now, the last point that we'll discuss here is now Mother Lakshmi corrects the position, the thought process of the jiva. But then we see that she favors others also, and these people come and exploit her as well. See, there are mechanical ways or methodologies that are given. If a person performs this sadhana or tapasya, which is given in the shastras, and if he fulfills the criteria, whatever is promised is given to him. So performing tapasya and getting some material assets, it is nothing but a mechanical process. So let's not think that how can she give? No, it is a mechanical process. And when he gets it by his tapasya, it is his own personal duty to take care of the belongings. And along with that comes so many things like envious people and this and that, and he has to go through entire set of problems that come with the wealth. Hiranyakashipu, when he became the Triloka Samrat, do you think that the demigods were happy? They were just waiting for him to be killed. So second time when he goes for tapasya, immediately the demigod comes because they don't like him. So you getting the wealth is just one part. Along with it, it comes so many things that we personally have to handle. And Mother Lakshmi will not interfere because you said that I want this and I'll use it the way I want. Ravan, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, they have done the same mistake. So getting something from Mother Lakshmi is a mechanical process. If we do this tapasya, just like yesterday was a very, very powerful tithi. We had Purnima, and in that Purnima was Grahana. So there are 4 major Ratris which are considered to be extremely, extremely powerful in the Shastra. One is our Janmashtami, 12 night. It is considered one of the most powerful Ratris. If you perform any spiritual sadhana, it can give you unlimited benefits. Second is Mahashivaratri, which is also the night of Lord Shiva. Third is the Ratri of Diwali, the night of Deepavali. And there is one more which I don't remember. There are 4 Ratris which are so powerful. So the Ratri yesterday, the yesterday's night, when there was lunar eclipse, was equally powerful. They say it was 100 times more powerful than these 4 Ratris also. So any spiritual activity that was performed would give you 1,000,000 times more added results. It was just for 3 hours. Can you imagine in 3 hours you can get what you couldn't gain in 30, 40 years of tapasya. So it's a mechanical process. If you know the right time, place, circumstances, you can make use of it. But ultimate thing is, what is the use that you will do? And if you are not under somebody, then Lakshmi will give you opulence which is flickering. Prabhupada mentions this in the purport. Second thing, Lakshmi is considered as a person also, and Lakshmi is considered in different forms also. Just like in the Purana, there are 8 forms of Lakshmi. There is Adi Lakshmi, the real person. Okay, and she's Adi, she's eternal. She's the personality. There is Dhana Lakshmi, a form of Lakshmi which gives you wealth. She's another personality. There are 8 forms. Dhanya Lakshmi, a Lakshmi which gives you food and grains. That is Dhanya Lakshmi. Gaja Lakshmi, power. Elephant is Gaja. He has great strength and power. Gaja is also used for moving. Gaja Lakshmi also means excellent vehicles for your travel. That is another form. So if you have excellent vehicles, it means there is one form of Lakshmi that you are using. If you have a good position, that is form of Gaja Lakshmi. If you have physical strength, that is form of Gaja Lakshmi. Santan Lakshmi. Fertility in male and female is what? It symbolizes Lakshmi. By having good progeny, you contribute to the society. But for that, you need to be fertile. And that fertility is what? It is a form of Lakshmi. So Lakshmi doesn't mean only a person. The various forms are given here. We think Lakshmi has only money. No. If you are fertile to produce a good child, it is the power of Lakshmi that you are using. She is there with you. If you have power, if you have strength, you have excellent vehicles for travel, it is a form of Lakshmi. Mother Lakshmi is there with you. There is Veera Lakshmi. If you are daring, if you are courageous, if you have strength, if you are becoming victorious, that is the strength of Lakshmi. Veera Lakshmi, she is providing you that strength. Vidya Lakshmi, knowledge, both material and spiritual, that is the form of Lakshmi, which we all carry through the books of Srila Prabhupada. And ultimately, there is Vijay Lakshmi, the Lakshmi which gives you victory and good fortune. So Lakshmi doesn't mean only a person. These are also forms of Lakshmi, and she always tries to be with us in some form or other. Can you imagine how much this person loves? She's only finding some ways to connect us back to Krishna. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says she has her representatives also. So Brahma, Indra, and other demigods who carry the wealth, or those who are shown to have wealth, they are nothing but temporary representatives of Mother Lakshmi. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes this in his commentary. So the Lord has kept Lakshmi on his chest so that she can give prosperity to her offsprings through Brahma and other representatives. Okay, so the wealth which these devas carry is not their own. It is given as a favor by Mother Lakshmi so that they can help us achieve our desires, stay happy, and learn our lessons and get out of this world. Now we saw the forms of Lakshmi which are material in form. Of course, everything that is used in Krishna service is spiritual, but still, externally, if we see, there are forms which we saw, just like Veer Lakshmi, Vidya Lakshmi, Vijay Lakshmi, so many other, Gaja Lakshmi, and Dhanya Lakshmi. But we forget one thing, that there is another form of Mother Lakshmi. Now, this is the final point, fifth point. We'll end the session here. This form of Mother Lakshmi is only and only exclusively given to certain people only. So, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his commentary, he is making this point, and I'll quote only two shlokas to elaborate on what point I'm making here. So, Lakshmi role in the life of a sadhaka is not only to provide things, but also to connect them back to Krishna in various forms. Just like if we read the Gopi Gita, even in Vrindavan there is Lakshmi. Okay. And this is a very famous shloka which we all know. Shrayata Indira Shashwadatrahi. First shloka of Gopi Gita. So I'll now just elaborate on these two shlokas so that we can have a clear understanding. Just like this first shloka of Gopi Gita, which we all know very well. Jayati te dikam janmana vraja. Shrayata Indira Shashwadatrahi. Daita drishyata dikshutavakas tvaidrita savas tvam vichinvate. Vichinvate means what? They are searching. Ashava is what? Life air. So, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is commenting here. Now, the gopis are saying that from the time you have taken birth in Vrindavan, it has become more glorious. So, Krishna is asking, so wasn't Vraj more auspicious before? They say, yes, it was, but now it has become more. More than which place? So gopis are saying it has become more auspicious and glorious even than Vaikuntha. Why it has become more adhika auspicious? Because here there is Radhika. And this Radhika, which also has adhika, is making this place topmost and the best and the most opulent place. Okay, now what is the opulence that this Adhika is additional, more. What is it that she is giving which other Lakshmis can't give? She's Adhika, right? She has more. What more she has? What more she wants to give? Now let's look into this point. She wants to give that which ordinary Lakshmi can't give. And what is that? The viraha rasa, the love in separation. How to understand this? The word that is highlighted here by Vishwanath Thakur is Indira. Now, this Indira is used exclusively for the topmost Lakshmi. Okay? It is not used for regular Lakshmi. It is used for the topmost Lakshmi. And if you read the Chaitanya Charitamrita, 4th chapter, you will have a very clear understanding that Chaitanya Charitamrita mentions that the topmost of all Lakshmis is Srimati Radharani. So here the word Indira or Lakshmi is used for whom? Srimati Radharani. And that is why Vraj has become even more prosperous than Vaikunta. And what opulence this Adhika Radhika is giving is the Viraharas. Okay. Now, how is she giving this? Now, there is discussion between the gopis and Krishna. So, in Vrindavan, which is now filled with the topmost opulence and topmost happiness, but the gopis are saying everybody is happy except for us. Oh, how come you are not happy here? Now, the gopis are saying because we are experiencing intolerable agony which has never been experienced by anybody else, heard or seen by anybody else. Oh, what kind of miseries is you are going through? They are saying we are feeling great pangs of separation from. Now Krishna is saying, oh, so you came to me because you want to remove your sufferings? The gopis are saying, no. We are not here to offer you prayer so that you remove the suffering. We are here to tell you that just give us one darshan, drishtyam. One glance of yours can bring us out of this viraha, this intense fire of separation. And everybody in Vrindavan who is happy is now becoming sad because some see you in the morning, some don't see you in the evening. And that is why there is continuous form of happiness and separation and pain that is going in Vrindavan. Now Krishna is asking, okay, so what do you want from? The gopis are now saying, why are you putting your own people into such great and deep suffering? You're putting them in danger. Don't you think that you're putting your own people in great difficulty? And who are these people? Twai Dhrita Ashavaha, who have dedicated their life air to you, Twai, to you. Now think, Krishna, would you be happy if you take the life air of these people and misuse it by putting them in this fire of separation? It is better that you kill them in separation. And one thing is happening here. Gopis are amazed. They are seeing that this life heirs of ours is happily residing in you, their master. Now, since the life heir is not with us, it is with you. Now, it is you who have to decide what to do with this life heir. It is no more our property. And it is happily situated. It is not with us. And since it is with you, whatever you feel, you will do, and accordingly, our life will be happy or miserable. So the entire blame of our suffering, Krishna, if you don't come before us, will be on you. And if you kill, if you allow us to burn, it is better. But if you keep us hankering, then people will ultimately blame you that because of you, so many people are suffering. Now, whereas this intense pangs of separation come, it is because of that Adhika, that Radhika, that Indira, that Lakshmi who has come in Vrindavan. Without her, nobody can experience that Viraha Rasa in Vrindavan. She is the epitome of that Viraha. And she is distributing that Viraha. And when she publicly comes, then that same Radhika's mood is taken by Krishna and as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So without this Lakshmi, we can't understand Krishna. Just like we have a matchbox. Matchbox has a matchstick and a rubbing surface. That matchstick is like the Jiva. That rubbing surface is like that Lakshmi. Till the matchstick rubs against the rough surface, there is no appearance of Viraha. There is no appearance of Krishna. Without that rubbing surface, there is no Krishna coming in our lives. That is what is the importance of Lakshmi. So we have to understand the importance of Radharani, who is the Adi Lakshmi. Now, next, after 15 days, now Pitrupaksha has started. After Pitrupaksha, immediately Navratri will start, where everybody will be glorifying Durga Ji. But who is this Durga Ji? Durga is nothing but an expansion of the expansion of expansion of Srimati Radharani. And that Durga, who is the owner of this Durga, this jail, even she is hankering for one glance of Radharani. So we can imagine the power of Radharani and what she has come to give us. So the gopis who are blaming Krishna that you have put us in this viraha bhav, in this viraha ras, you are trying to kill us. And tomorrow, if people come to understand that because of you they are suffering, everybody will blame you because ashulka dasika, we have surrendered our lives without any agenda, without asking anything from you. But you are still killing us even when we are expecting nothing from you. Krishna is saying, did I use any weapon? Gopis are saying, sir, you need no weapon because your glances are far dangerous than any of the weapons in this world. You are Varada, given of the best benediction. But on the other side, you have one more contradiction in you. Just by your glances, you kill everything. Of course, this is a positive comment. He kills the material attachment and makes the jiva completely attached. But here they are expressing their anger to Krishna. That is why it is taken like this. So gopis are saying you don't need any weapon. Your glances are themselves weapon and anybody. And here the word used is one eye. They are saying you glance through one eye and that is creating so much of pain. What will happen to anybody if you glance him through both of your eyes? So these gopis are saying we are your free made servants and that is why you are misusing us. And most of the time devotees feel bad when they see so much of suffering. But this suffering is not a suffering because they are continuously nourished by Krishna in the form of his remembrance. When the beloved is before us, only few times we tend to remember him. But when the beloved is not before us, anything and everything is seen as the beloved. Okay? So the word is not vigraha, it is viraha. Raha is separation. And viraha is vishishta separation. The feeling of intense separation from Krishna is called as viraha. Vigraha means graha is form. Vishishta graha is the deity form of the Supreme Lord. So both words are different. Okay. So the gopis are given favor of what? The viraha bhav. That is nothing but the offering of Srimati Radharani to the jiva. So Lakshmi's position here for Lakshmi for us is Srimati Radharani, and her position in her life is very, very prominent because without her, we will never be able to reach Krishna. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Yes, anybody has any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Prabhuji, for this wonderful class and telling about the importance of Lakshmi, how we should worship Lakshmi, and what are the various forms of Lakshmi, and how Srimati Radharani is Adi Lakshmi. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And last you said about the matchbox and the rubber face, right? So how do you, I was not understanding, like, how do you connect it with Lakshmi?
Yeah. So, just like the matchstick has fire in it, okay? But for that fire to come out, you need a rubbing surface. So, Lakshmi or the Adi Shakti is required for that internal love of Krishna to manifest. Just like when we strike the matchbox on the rough surface, the fire that is within the matchstick comes out. Similarly, when the Adi Shakti or the internal energy of the Supreme Lord comes into picture, it is only and only it is possible for the inner love of the Jiva to come out. Without her presence, the internal love which we already have is not manifested. So that is the role of Lakshmi here.
Okay. So it's like when the Jiva is coming in contact with Lakshmi, Lakshmi will give the benediction. That's right, Prabhu?
Yeah, she will favor him by giving the Bhakti Lata Beej, then the Bhakti Lata Beej will grow through hearing and chanting, and the love will manifest over a period of time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. And devotees, do you have any questions for realizations? Please go ahead. Yes, Sudhakar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it was a wonderful class explaining about the Lakshmi. I had a small doubt. We also hear from the scriptures that, or we see from the pictures that Goddess Lakshmi is always at the feet of the Lord, serving the Lord. In some other lectures, so it was emphasized that the Goddess Lakshmi always resides at the feet of the Lord or serves the Lord feet. And how this one is what you call correlate with your version of goddess Lakshmi is residing in the Lord heart. Of course, I understood what you said is the goddess Lakshmi is residing in the Lord's heart or the chest region, but how to interpret this version of the goddess Lakshmi serving the Lord always at the lotus feet of the Lord?
Yes, yes. Lakshmi Devi is always there at the lotus feet of the Lord. She is serving the Lord. But that is the place where she is rendering personal service to the Lord. The Lakshmi that we spoke is exclusively as a golden hair on the chest of the Lord. And she is there exclusively for the Jivas. So one form is there to personally serve the Lord, other form is there to constantly gaze at the jiva so they are nourished. Just like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we have this shloka, Ladhini dwara kare jiver poshan. So that portion of the jiva is done through the glances of the Lakshmi who is on the chest of Lord Narayan. Okay?
Okay, Prabhuji. So the Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi at the feet of the Lord, we have to understand that we also have to serve or surrender to the Lord's feet, something like that you're saying?
Yes, actually, there are various opinions about that. Because at the feet of Lord Narayan is also Tulsi Devi. Okay. And at the feet of Lord Narayan are also many devotees, male and female both. There is so much of rush at the lotus feet of the Lord, and that place is already heavily packed. But in spite of all that, Mother Lakshmi is finding opportunities to serve the Lord in whatever way it is possible. So yes, she is giving us a message that yes, we know that there is a lot of rush for seva, but somehow try and find some service which can please the Lord. So this is one explanation that is given.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Let's see chat questions. Okay. Yeah, we have more raised hands. Okay. So next is Janava Mataji, please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hang on one moment. Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna everyone, and Hare Krishna assembled devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. I offer my humble obeisances to you all. Prabhu, couple of things, one clarification. First, I want to say thank you so much for such an amazing class. I'm learning so much about the many different qualities of Lakshmi and some inappropriate worship of Lakshmi without Narayan. I mean, this class is amazing. I wanted to give you my feedback on that. I'm a little confused about the other Lakshmi whom I heard about that was doing tapasya to be included into the Rasa Leela in Vrindavan, and someone said that she wasn't allowed to go in because of a different mood altogether. So could you elaborate a little bit on that? Who was that Lakshmi expansion that couldn't go to Rasa Leela? And then two, is it a suric activity that is proliferating so much in the Kali Yuga that we have absolutely not lost the knowledge of worshiping Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi appropriately? Because obviously in the world right now, everybody is they're not even aware there are those so many different kind of Lakshmi, like in the Western world, at least where I grew up. When you think of opulence and wealth, everybody just thought that it was money, and if you don't have money or a position that reflects money, then you're not wealthy and you're not blessed. So my question to you regarding that is, it's so rampant right now in Kali Yuga, that's the only Lakshmi, but then we don't realize, per your lecture, that the worship of goddess Lakshmi without the worship of Lord Narayan or Lord Krishna is absolutely worthless and useless. And the rewards that they're getting is just basically mechanical result. It's kind of like a tit for tat. Okay, you do the pasha for me, I have no choice but to give you results. So a couple of things, Prabhu, if you could elaborate on that or clarify. Thank you so much.
Yes, we will take the second part first.
Okay.
Lakshmi worship is still very prominent, and there are scriptures which bring out the methodology of worshipping in a proper way. They're still available. It's not that they are lost. We still have. If you see the Shri Sampradaya, which is in the southern part of India, a very prominent Sampradaya, a bona fide Sampradaya, they have various methodologies which are oriented according to the scriptures, showing the proper way to worship Mother Lakshmi. So we have scriptures. It's not that we have lost everything. We still have a lot of books. Point two is, yes, we are always taught that Lakshmi means wealth, but the Shastras have two forms of Lakshmi. One is a personal form, which we see as Mother Lakshmi, and second form is the various things that she also expands herself into. So she is also a person and she is also a energy. Both forms are accepted and are bona fide. Just like we saw the strength a person, a male or a female, carries to reproduce is also an expansion of the energy of Mother Lakshmi, which we call as Santana Lakshmi. Then there is Gaja Lakshmi. If somebody is having opulence in form of beautiful vehicles or mode of transportation, which is very quick, it is also a form of Mother Lakshmi. So this is the second point. There are various forms which are also manifestation of the favor of Mother Lakshmi on that jiva. Third thing is worship of Lakshmi without Narayan. It is not that it is always bad, because there are people who are good and exclusive worshippers of Mother Lakshmi, but there are cases where they are not completely aware that worship of Mother Lakshmi is incomplete without Lord Narayan. It's not that they misuse the blessings of Mother Lakshmi in the form of wealth or in form of good kids or in form of vehicles or the other things that we have discussed. It's not like that, but it's due to lack of knowledge. They don't have a proper source of acquiring knowledge, and hence we see them that they are just worshipping Mother Lakshmi alone. There is other part people know, but they are not interested. That is where Prabhupada's purports are highlighted exclusively. Okay, Prabhupada's purports are exclusively highlighting the uh, wrong conception where you know that Mother Lakshmi belongs to Lord Narayan. All her assets which she brings forth are has to be used in service of Lord Narayan. But the jivas are not ready to accept that. They want everything for themselves. And that is the point when they start exploiting or misusing. And that is what is condemned by the Shastras. Because till the time you accept Lakshmi as connecting to Lord Narayan, there is a serious tendency of exploitation. And that doesn't stop there. It enters the society and damages the peace of the society. So that is what we have to avoid. So connection of Mother Lakshmi with Narayan has to be taught. It is part of the training. That is why one word that I have repeatedly seen in Srila Prabhupada's purport is training, training, training. Body soul is always there, but that training I have heard and seen so many times because Prabhupada's concern is my entire society is to train the people in becoming qualified devotees who can see the connection of Lakshmi and Narayan, where to use Lakshmi, how to use Lakshmi, when to use Lakshmi, and using Lakshmi for the betterment of the society, not for my personal agenda. Ravan used for personal agenda. I want to become powerful. I want to rule. But Lakshmi, here, if you read the purport, 24th and 25th, Prabhupada mentions this very clearly that she is ready to favor anybody and everybody. There is one section in Mahabharat you can read. There is a dialogue between Lakshmi Devi and the demons. There's a beautiful, beautiful dialogue where now the times are changing. Now the Satyuga will be changing into Dwapar or Treta as per the cycle. And the demons used to worship Lakshmi, and Lakshmi Devi used to stay at their home.
Wow.
And Indra goes and interviews Mother Lakshmi, saying that, why did you leave all of a sudden? You were at one time staying with them. She was not with the demigods. She was with the demons. You will find this episode in Mahabharata. She says now there are certain discrepancies that are seen due to the effect of time. Okay, just like we have four pillars now, as the time influence grows, four pillar will come to three, then two, then one, and nothing will be left. So now they have started. Now she tells the symptom that they have started disrespecting their seniors, their authorities, the women. They go and speak to anybody and everybody. This is what she has listed whole, and that is why now I have decided not to stay with them. So the point is, when there are discrepancies, the tendency to use everything in service to the humanity is lost. And that is why Prabhupada criticizes this, that Lakshmi means she has to be used in service of Narayan. Okay. And the first question that you asked regarding the Lakshmi Devi in Belvan, Vrindavan. Yeah, she is the same Lakshmi from Vaikunta. She also had desire to be a part of Ras Leela. But Lord Krishna, who is Narayan, Adi Narayan, he says, your mood doesn't suit to the event that is taking place, the exchange that is taking place. And what is the mood that you require? The mood of being simple. Simplicity of the gopis is what is glorified in this event of Lakshmi. She says, I am the queen. She says, no, here nobody is queen and king, because this will be shown when the same mood is displayed. The mood that is displayed by Lakshmi is displayed by the gopis when they feel that we are superior, we are something so good that even Krishna comes to us, and that is the place where Krishna leaves them. Krishna rejects them. So the Belvan Lakshmi wasn't being able to be a part of Ras Leela because of that feeling of superiority, that I am Lakshmi. How can I be so simple and be like the gopis? So that simplicity aspect is displayed there.
Thank you so
Okay.
much, Prabhu. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you and answer my question. I'm utterly, utterly grateful. Hare Krishna to you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you for so wonderful explanation, Prabhuji. It was really very satisfying. And so, dear devotees, any more questions or realizations? Yeah, Sudhakar Prabhu again. Yeah, please go on.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sorry, just to add, I want to ask another question just to clarify my understanding. I understand that this Lakshmi, the word Lakshmi is like a one form of energy of the god. Then how do we compare with the opulence? When we say opulences, is it something similar to the opulences of the god which we talk about, or only one form of the opulence of the Supreme Lord?
Yeah, whatever 8 forms of Lakshmi we took are nothing but the opulences. They are in subtle form. See, wealth is seen, it can be touched, but there are certain things which can't be touched but are still considered as part of your opulence, like Vidya, intelligence. It's also a form of Lakshmi. Okay, so it can't be seen and touched, but it is still there, and without that, none of any person cannot function in this creation. The power to procreate, it can't be seen. It's a subtle thing, but that's the form of Lakshmi, which we each male and female carries. So Lakshmi is also a person, and she is also a form of energy. She is in both forms available in this creation. Okay.
So probably we understood from the previous lectures, so like Radharani is one of the Lord Krishna's energy form, like Hladini Shakti, like the pleasure-giving Shakti
Right,
for the
right,
Lord.
correct.
Similarly, if you try, I'm just trying to understand, sorry, maybe the way I put the question maybe not in a proper. Similarly,
Yeah,
how
so
do we
Lakshmi is
compare
in both
Lakshmi?
forms.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't.
Lakshmi is also in both forms. She is also the Shakti. The
So what type
the
of
yeah. Yeah,
like
you were saying
sorry,
something, Prabhu.
yeah, sorry. What I'm trying to understand, or at least I'm not able to, like we understood, okay, Radharani is Radhini Shakti is a pleasure-giving energy for the Lord. Okay. Similarly, for Lakshmi, what kind of a character we can attribute? Like for Radharani, we said pleasure-giving. Like for Lakshmi, what is that parameter or I don't know what to say, character for which she is serving the Lord or pleasing the Lord? Can we attribute it to that one?
Yeah, the entire class we took is on the same point, that why is Lakshmi placed on the chest of the Lord? Because the role that the Lord gives is to keep the jivas nourished. Through her glances, she nourishes the jiva, and as the jiva comes, tries to come close to the Lord, she has to provide all the facilities for the jiva to come closer to the Lord. So
Okay, got it.
Lakshmi is also coming from where? She is coming from Radharani. She is nothing but an expansion of Radharani. So Lakshmi is, if for us, for Gaudiyas, it is Radharani. For other sampradayas, there is not Radha. They don't believe in Radharani. For them, it is Lakshmi. So whatever is done for us by Radharani is done for them by Lakshmi.
Yes, probably it's clear now. Yeah, thank you. Sorry for asking this question again. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. We have Bala Prabhu. Please go ahead. Prabhu, I think you have to unmute yourself.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Thank you. Prabhuji, continuation of that, I have a question on that, and I have another question, if you kindly allow me so. So one is that for other sampradayas, for Lakshmi Sampradaya, for example, Lakshmi is also internal potency of Lord, right? Hladini Shakti. And number two is Radharani in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu guide us to Krishna. So in their nectar of devotion, from sadhana bhakti, we transfer to Raganuga bhakti through devotees and advanced devotees guidance. Can you explain to me how that process normally works, the transition?
Okay. So the transition is explained even in Bhagavad Gita. Firstly, just like if we read the 4th chapter and beautiful commentaries by our acharyas, the jiva is first handed over to Guru, who is expansion or who is manifestation of the Balaram Tattva, Guru Tattva. Okay. So first the jiva has to be made pure by sadhana. So Guru's main task is to see that the jiva is properly trained in understanding. He is philosophically very clear, and that job is done by Balaram Tattva or the representatives of Lord Balaram. So once the jiva is free from all his past sins, all his anarthas, or whatever things are blocking him to move towards Krishna, that Guru will first get him purified off. Okay, now he is ready to serve Krishna. But ready to serve Krishna is still one step ahead, because how to serve Krishna, where to serve Krishna, in what form to serve Krishna, in what mood to serve Krishna is still pending. So that there comes the step 2. So the sadhaka who is now under Balaram's protection will now get transferred under the protection of Radharani, who will help him develop the mood of how to serve Krishna, where to serve Krishna, what Krishna likes, what Krishna dislikes. He'll get trained, and when the bhava is properly developed, then he will enter the Nitya Leela, where he is directly serving Radha and Krishna, the Jugal Sarkar.
Mhm.
Okay.
Very nice. So that is in this Kali Yuga, Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's the role.
Right.
Okay.
Right, Prabhu. Right.
Through Guru.
Yes, Prabhu. Right. Correct.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Next we have Shyam Sudhakar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam, please accept my humble obeisances. It's a very nice class, Prabhu. But my question is more towards people who are devoted and worshipping with a lot of austerities, Lakshmi. So my question is how they get to know the significance of Narayana, or how they can get upgrade to Krishna Bhakti, because as you said, Lakshmi is giving everything, opulence, strength, victory, everything. That's what the material people wants, and she's already bestowing that, right? So how will they come to know about what is the path, Prabhuji? So because there are so many people that I see in my family only who are staunch worshippers of Lakshmi. So how can or when can they attain Krishna Bhakti? What is the path? That's what I just.
They're coming into Krishna Bhakti. Uh, See, it is actually not required that everybody worships Radha and Krishna. Radha Krishna worship is, yes, it is very rare, and this Kali Yuga has the privilege to have it. But just because we are worshipping Radha and Krishna doesn't mean that it is the only thing. Lakshmi Narayan worship is also equally official, it is proper, and it will give the same results. Just like we have love for Krishna, anybody who serves under a proper guru learns, gets trained in how to serve Lakshmi Narayan. After this life, they are going back to Vaikuntha. What we have in extra is service to Radha Krishna in Sakhya or the various rasas that we have exchanged. But in Vaikuntha, there is only awe and reverence in which you can serve Lakshmi and Narayan. So if by uh, some pure devotee's mercy, if he says that yes, I would like this devotees also to serve Radha and Krishna, then their path to service to Radha and Krishna will be opened. So in certain cases, first thing I want to suggest is it's not required that everybody worships. Somebody has a natural inclination for Lakshmi Narayan, they can worship because they are also on the right path. But if some pure devotee prays, this Rupa Goswami mentions this in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Even if somebody is on a certain path, but if Acharya prays that he may get worship of Radha Krishna, then that arrangement is made by the Antaranga Shakti that is gradually pulled or attracted towards the worship of Radha Krishna.
Yeah,
Okay.
got it, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. But in the altars also, sometimes I don't see Narayan or Vishnu in that. So
Yeah,
that's
so that
how
is
they.
that is an representation of they being not properly connected to a proper sampradaya. That is only lack of knowledge. It's not wrong, but it's showing lack of knowledge. So we should pray for them that they gradually come to a right understanding of how Lakshmi is to be served and what will please her. Right now, their service is oriented around what I want from Lakshmi. And a relationship initially we started is two-way, it is not one way. So for that relation to mature, they have to be brought to a proper understanding now what Lakshmi expects from them when she is favoring them. So that will come through proper knowledge bank.
Got it, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So the understanding is whenever we approach the demigods, we have to approach with the proper understanding, thinking that they are also the great Vaishnavas, and we have to pray to them to give them to connect with us with Krishna. So that's how the understanding is. That right, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, so in that case, when we sincerely do our what is that? When we sincerely serve them, so they will show us the path, right? So they are the ones who will means like the demigods I'm saying. So they will induce us the desire to serve Krishna in that case, right? Or it's the
Demigods,
desire to serve the Lord comes from the sincerity by serving the demigods. Is that right, or how, Prabhu? Means about the
no.
desire.
Demigods have no authority because they themselves don't carry. Because if you read Bhagavad, it is very clear. Where do they have that burning desire to serve the Lord? They themselves lack it. So bhakti sanjayate bhakti means one who has the desire to serve Lord can only bestow that favor of allowing you or having that burning desire to serve Krishna. And that is where the role of a guru or a pure devotee comes in.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you for that. Hare Krishna. Shamaguri Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to
Dandavat
Srimad
pranam.
Prabhupada.
Yes,
Thank you
Mataji.
so much, Prabhuji. Very, very wonderful class and very wonderful discussion. Thank you so much.
सगळं तुमच्यामुळे माताजी.
No problem, Prabhuji. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. We need to read the comment of
Lalita Mataji.
Lalita Mataji and Dinabandhu Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. I saw that. Yeah, so there's.
Yeah, can you read, Mataji?
Yeah, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. We all greatly relish your association as we feel spiritually uplifted and deeply affected by your realization of Srimad Bhagavatam each and every time. Thank you, Prabhu, your grateful servants, Lalita Mataji and Dinabandhu Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Lalita Mataji and Dinabandhu Prabhu. Can you come on video if it is possible? And Prabhuji, if it is okay, you can also switch on video now.
Mataji, yes.
No problem.
Yes, last time I missed seeing them. I couldn't have their darshan. So this time at least I have the fortune to seeing both of them together. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Always so happy to see both of you together.
Thank you. We appreciate you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, Prabhuji, and thank you so much, Prabhuji. So we not have any more questions or raise, Prabhu. With your permission, we can end the call here. Very nice discussion and very, very wonderful class, Prabhuji. So thank you so much, and we want your association in future. Dear devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji.
कृपा सिंधु वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि जय श्री की जय ग्रंथ की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।